Yes, 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 it's happening again. So come back with talk as I journey to Accra, Ghana to meet singer and songwriter Demsy. It's going to be an exciting connection right here in the studios of Afjam Radio this Saturday, April 12th, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time and 7 p.m. Ghana, West Africa's time. Yes, come make we talk. Come make we talk as yours truly, Diana Wright, along with Fura Styles, meet with our very special guest, Ghana's own Demsy. It's going to be an African connection. So tell a friend to tell a friend and come on over and let us share in the experience. Yes, yes, yes. It's a very beautiful afternoon. It's the hour we've been waiting for. It's the hour we have been waiting for. Myself here and Fura Styles. We will be talking to this beautiful, talented sister from the motherland, from Ghana. You like Ghana so much. And so here we are. Demsy, welcome to Afjam Radio.
Welcome, welcome.
Hi, thank you.
Yes, yes. It's good to have you here. I've been listening your song, playing your songs a lot. And there's one song in particular that whenever I play, people always, send me requests to play that song again. They say, that's such a beautiful song. And it is indeed a beautiful song. And the thing about it, even though I don't know what, the exact words you're saying, I just know the part that says Africa #1. So that's only the part I've been singing.
Yeah. Africa #1.
Africa #1. All right, so it's going to be between myself and Fura Styles. So both of us will be asking you questions along the way,
Yes, indeed. So So how long have you been in music so far?
Practically, I've been doing music since I was young. At the age of 7, I started from the church. Yeah. I joined the church choir.
Okay.
But I started to take it professionally. That's, let's say, about 4 years ago.
Okay.
And still counting. Yeah.
4 years, I think.
So it's more like a passion since you were young?
Yeah.
Okay, that's beautiful. I mean, any type of inspiration coming up? Any other artists maybe that have inspired you along the way, or?
Well, with the music, I should say the inspiration came from my dad. My dad was also a musician, but not as how we have it now. Okay. A cultural musician, a traditional musician. Okay. Yes. So our home has been music, Anytime I see my dad sing and I see the emotions and the desire he has in it, it inspired me to do music. And God blessed me with a very nice voice. So
that's right.
So when I was young, I started doing music, but from the church. Yeah. Okay. So I should say my dad has been my inspiration.
Yeah,
awesome.
It's quite unfortunate he's no more now. Yeah.
That seems to be a common thread amongst a lot of singers. It seems like a lot of singers start in church. Like I can name off 1 million. Yeah. That started in the church and they branched off, man. Something about that is just interesting. But yeah.
Yeah. So let me ask you now, Demsy. Okay, you grew, before I get to the sweet parts, we're just doing some of the, just some of the preliminary parts. While you were in the church and you were singing, may I ask you, was it like an Adventist church or a Pentecostal church, where, how we do, we sing and clap and we jump and we catch the Holy Ghost, that kind of thing? Is it that kind of church that you were raised up in?
Yeah, I was raised in a Pentecost church.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we sing, we dance, it's lively.
Okay. So, because I noticed that you don't sing like gospel songs, right? So what made you choose secular songs over gospel songs, especially that you were raised up in the church?
Actually, I started with gospel, but I do all. Yeah, I do all. Sometimes when you do just gospel, people see you somewhere and you're singing all this secular song, they tag you with some kind of so I didn't want to be known as a gospel singer. I just want to be known as a musician. So
absolutely,
whenever the gospel come, I sing it, and when the other ones do come, I do it. So I don't classify myself as a gospel singer or a secular singer. I'm a musician.
All right.
You get it.
That's good.
So
that's good. But
anywhere the Spirit leads me, I go.
But it seemed like the spirit has been hardly leading you to the church. The Spirit's been leading you to the dance hall a lot, right?
I know, right? I do that when I go to the church.
Okay.
I've just not recorded too many of gospel songs out there, but
that's awesome.
I'm going to be doing that.
Yes. Do you think that the church should give artists a break? When I say that, I mean like don't just tie them to sing gospel songs about Jesus all the time. Because, for example, when Christians are getting married, don't they sing love songs? And you have to get a guy to come and sing love songs. Oh, my beautiful wife, I love her. That's not a gospel song. So what is your take on the way how church kind of hold Christians or believers in God to sing only gospel music? Because if you sing something else and you are the devil's child, and what do you think about? What's your take on that?
Yeah, so I think they shouldn't put us in one corner. Even in the Bible, there are love songs in the Bible.
Awesome.
There are love words in the Bible, songs of Solomon.
Right.
You go there, you would read a lot about love and all that. So I think the church should be able to give us a break. Let us do songs when the Spirit leads us to do, because this is making a lot of people hypocrites.
Yes. That's true. That's so true.
They are scared what people will say.
Yes, you said it best.
Yeah.
We're breaking you up. You're breaking up a little bit. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm there.
Okay. Yes. So tell us exactly what has the journey been like for you, especially in your adulthood life now? We know Africa is big. We know Ghana has over 30 million people, maybe, and counting, right? So first of all, let me compartmentalize it up. As a female singer, and she has a beautiful voice. Yes, as a female singer singing in Ghana, what has it been like? What has the experience been like for you, Demsy, as a female singer in Ghana?
It has been a combination of good and bad. Everything is positive and negative. If you have the positive, you will have the negative. It's easy because there are a lot of people in Ghana who are singing, who are doing well, who has got the voice just like I have. So it will depend on how hardworking you are to be able to put yourself out there. It's not easy anywhere, if not even in Ghana. In other countries too, it's not easy to get yourself out there. But if you are willing to be out there, you would do your best to put yourself there. So I would say it hasn't been easy, but with a lot of hard work and determination, we are getting there. Yeah.
Awesome. What has been the hardest part for you on the music journey?
Going to the studio, recording, paying for studio sessions, and then getting someone who would, when you are coming up, you surely need somebody to hold your hand,
right.
Somebody to help you climb the ladder,
Right.
And sometimes it gets difficult because if you don't get to meet the right person, you would go, and then in the end you will not get to where you want to get to. Let me put it that way, because there are lots of people who would like to ride on your shine, And as a female artist, if you don't meet the right person, it's very difficult. I'm saying this concerning a male manager and all that. It's not easy because some of them would like to work with you, but they have their own
agenda.
How should I put it? Yeah, they have their own agendas too. Looking at a very beautiful girl with all this God-given natural figures and all that, they would like to, take advantage of you. So those are some of the challenges that we face.
Yes.
I will not say I faced, but those are some of the challenges we face as female artists in Africa, and I'm sure it's not only in Africa, but all over the world. So I would say, yeah,
that's true.
Those are some of the challenges I've faced so far.
That's true.
So what? How would you describe the genre of music that you do? Like, what, or can you categorize it?
Afrobeat, dancehall,
well, like
Afro
I said
dance.
earlier, like I said earlier, I am a musician, but I am mostly on the dancehall side.
Awesome.
Yeah, I'm mostly on the dancehall side, and then sometimes I do how should I say it?
Like ballads?
Other ones too. Yes. Like the one I have with the Africa song.
Yeah.
Sometimes I do other genres too, but I'm mostly on the dancehall side. Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome right there.
We're gonna play a little piece of "Cheat" because when I heard it, I mean, so stand by a little bit, all right? I'm gonna play a little piece of this one from Demsy. The song is called "Cheat," and this is a real hardcore dancehall. She said, "Big bumper girl, bust up the place."
Yeah.
Not cry for any cheater. If your man cheat, you know have to cheat on him too. Peace. Hey boy, what you doing to me? I don't know, but I don't like it. What you doing to me? Hey, yeah, hey. Hey boy, what you doing to me? I don't know, but I don't like it. What you doing to me? Every day I see you with a different girl. Bet you want so I will see and you won't put now. I don't know, but I don't like it. Every day I see you with a different girl. Bet you want so I will see and you won't put now. I don't know, but I don't like it. What's the one name? What's the one name? Right about now you turn me like a playground. What's the one name, baby? Right now. Me not know me boy is a playboy. Always he come with a story. Me not fight for nobody, we no fight over me. Hey boy, me want live me life independently. I can be a good girl, I can be a bad girl. When me bust up the place, all the men them a run. Big bumper girl, me bust up and wine. When you cheat on me, I go cheat on you too. Hey boy, what you doing to me? I don't know, but I don't like it. What you doing to me? Hey, yeah, hey. Boy, what you doing to me? I don't know, but I don't like it. in your pan. That thing say, effing every girl make you feel more like a man.
Yes, the sister say, hey boy, what you doing to me? I don't know, but I don't like it. Yes, I can't say, listen, I can't stand it. The sister say, listen, me not fight over no man, we not fight over me. See, and I understand that. I second you, Demsy.
That's awesome. That's nice. So what's the whole songwriting process like for you? You know?
So I get inspirations mostly from what goes on in my life and the life of my friends and those who are around me. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I can be walking and then I see something and I'm like, nah. Mm-hmm. Then I start arranging the songs in my head, how it will go.
Okay.
So if I have my phone around me, I just do something, I record it on my phone, and then when I get home, I sit down and then I put it in arrangements, yeah. So mostly that's how I do my songwriting.
So what are your thoughts on ghostwriters?
You mean like letting someone write for you?
Yeah, like ghostwriters, like having someone write the songs for you and things like that, like a third party writer.
Yeah, as a musician, no matter what, you would have a third party writer because some people listen to your songs. There are people who are good in writing, but they don't have the voice. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so they write and then they come up to you and they're like, oh, I have this song, but I think you are going to be good on this song and you can do it. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, I've got third writers too.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's interesting.
This song, Cheat. Tell me how you, as a Ghanaian girl, young lady, how did you come up with this song? And did you, of course, have to listen to some Jamaican artists? Who's the Jamaican artist that you listen to or is it just natural? How did you come up with this song and the melody and the words and and all of that good stuff on this song?
Growing up before the 2020 lockdown, I listened to a lot of Jamaican artists, and one of my best artists was Pies.
Oh.
I listened to Shensia. Yeah, but I really love Spice. So she inspires me with this dancehall, the raga side of dancehall. Her energy is top notch. So I take most of my raga inspirations from Spice.
Okay, so you're raga, yeah?
I'm still on it. I'm still learning.
But you did very well, though. You did very well. Demsy, one would say that living in Africa gives you the opportunity to be famous quickly because of the amount of people that are there and the way reggae and dancehall music has influenced the world. Even Afjam too. People would think that once you're an artist in Africa, especially like in Ghana, it shouldn't be that difficult. Apart from the fact that you find your money to go to the studios, you produce your songs. Once you take care of those things, how difficult can it be in Ghana? Because Ghana has so many people. What would you say is difficult, or what makes it difficult as an artist?
With that, before TikTok, I can say it wasn't easy for people to get to know you, because when, as a musician or as an artist, when you have your songs, you have to go on the radio stations, you have to meet this person, you have to meet that, and it's all about the money, So, and people that can push you to the top. So, let's say we have something, we say who you know and protocol. There's a lot of protocol in who you know in Africa and in African music, So before TikTok, if you don't have money to pay for all these radio stations, because if you want to go and meet somebody to say, oh, like a DJ, oh, I want you to play these songs for me. I have this song, I want you to play it for me. You have to give the DJ something small, you know. You have to pay the radio stations to play your songs. You have to pay the social media platforms for your songs to be played. Wow. So all these things are one of the challenges. It's not that easy. But with the help of TikTok now, things are getting better. You just have to put in the hard work.
Awesome.
And then record your song. Even if you don't have money to go to the radio stations, if you're able to go on TikTok live and then you play your songs, there are lots of people who are going to be watching you. And then, one day a song will make a hit for you.
Yes.
So would you say like social media has kind of leveled the playing field a little bit? Because I don't know how old you are, but I know back before my time, there was reel to reel. Then there was albums, then there was tapes, then there was CDs. Now it's streaming.
Yeah.
You know, would you say that the streaming now it has more like leveled the playing field for everybody across the world pretty much?
Yes. The social media has come to play a very good role concerning music, because you can be in your room, just put your phone before you and then go live, start singing your songs, and then a lot of people would watch you all over the world. It wasn't like that before. Even when we had a radio stations, that they can be playing your song, but your songs will be played just in Ghana or just in Nigeria, you understand?
Right.
You would have to pay a lot of money for your songs to get outside your country. But with the help of social media, TikTok, Facebook, and all that, you can play your songs and it will go very far.
Yes. One of the things that, and it's not only in Ghana alone that we see this, because we realize now that a lot of people are just, in terms of how you get your music across, yes, they do want to pay. Like for an interview, you have to, I never could understand it, that because radio stations do need music. You can't have a radio station without music. Right? So I never could understand why DJs charge people for interviews or charge people to play songs, because, I mean, that's something I never could understand.
That's why they play the same music, all that same whack music all day long.
Yeah.
You know?
Right.
So what I've realized is the moment you are not out there as a big artist, then you have to pay for somebody to listen to your song. But when you become famous, then that is where they will play your songs even without you asking them to play. But if you are not, as an upcoming artist, you have to go through all this stress to get your music out there. Yeah. So I think it's a challenge when you are an upcoming artist, but when you are a big artist already, then I don't think it's a challenge that much. So the challenge is just with the upcoming artists. Yeah.
So do you think that the way how it's looking now, with all the radio stations, taking what we call it payola, with all the radio stations taking payola in Ghana and in Jamaica and in everywhere, except at Afjam, with all the radio stations taking payola, do you see a chance of you really making it on the big scene?
No, I say no because it's not all the upcoming artists have that money to pay for all those radio stations, So if that happens, you just go to the studio, record your songs, and then it stays on your phone.
My gosh.
You understand? It stays on your phone because when you go to the radio station for your songs to be played, you have to pay money. And if you don't have the money, or you don't have any friend who is at the radio station who will just take your song and play for you, then it means you are just doing the song for yourself because you do it and listen to it by yourself. But we thank God, social media is now our saving grace. Let me say that.
You know, for some people, it's a saving grace, and for some people it's not, because like with social media now, you don't sell music as much as you used to. Before social media, boy, when you have your song out, if you just go to a little concert and sing and people know about Demsy, know about, because I made a lot of money. Lots of people made a lot of money too in the CD time, you know, when people used to sell CDs. But now it's a little difficult now for people to sell anything, you know. So it's good and bad.
Let's say it's a 50-50 something, true, but I think it's better because with social media you can sell if only you know how to go about it.
That's
you can
true.
Just monetize.
That's true.
That's true. You make the money.
Are you in Accra?
Yeah.
Are you in Accra?
Am I?
Yeah.
Am I in a car?
Accra. I'm sorry.
Accra.
Yeah, I'm in Accra.
Okay. What's the live?
I'm in Accra. Spentex.
Okay.
What is the live music scene like out there?
Live music.
Yeah, like events and things of that nature. Is it
live bands and stuff?
Before the corona, we had a lot of live music, live band and all that, you know. These artists will come and perform, everybody will go. But when corona came, everything has changed.
Right, yeah.
But still, we still have some karaoke, you know, karaoke night and all that, yeah. But right now, everything is on TikTok. Everybody stays indoors and does their own thing on TikTok and all that. But you get some few.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So where do you prefer to be? Oh, go ahead.
So
Come again.
I was about to ask you. I was going to ask you. So, where is your comfort zone? Would you say it's in the studio, or would you say it's on stage?
Wow. Well, my comfort zone is in the studio and is on the stage. You know, anywhere I find myself, I do what I got to do.
You get in the zone, huh? I know that's right.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you a little story about how I met Demsy in a little bit. But there's a brand new song that she has. It's not released yet, and the song is called Shupiru. Is that, do I say it right? Shupiru, right?
Yeah, Shupiru.
I'm gonna have to buy me a new tongue so I can speak Ewe.
It's not an Ewe term. It's not an Ewe term. You know, there's this. How do I say it? When you go to like this young kids schools, you know, this is a seesaw. Do they call it seesaw or something?
Yeah.
You know, the one that swings you up and down.
Oh, swing song.
Seesaw.
The seesaw, for us in Jamaica, the seesaw is like that.
You sit on it and then it swings you like you go up and down.
That's a swing song. It has ropes on the side, or is on a...
Yeah, it has ropes.
Okay,
yeah.
Swing song. We call it a swing song. Oh. But the seesaw is different. Okay. The seesaw is up and down.
So when we were kids, you know, when somebody pushes you forward and backward like that, we call it shuperu, you know.
Oh, okay, I know what you mean.
Yeah. Okay.
So it's a term, yeah.
I got you.
Okay. All right, we're gonna hear Demsy's Shuperu. Hope I get it right.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
That's it. You got it right.
Okay. All right. Stand by. I'm coming back at you.
It's Demsy. we know the joke. We pray for the money and we pray for the fame. And you're down home and that's how you go fail. Yeah. Oh, nah. I pray, but them can't study it. Shabody no, Charlie, I say you be hit. Mega crime, we go enter the pit. 6 feet, 2 deep. You see hips, now you feel stupid. Shoo, Peru. And I know Judy, Obi Bewu. Shoo, Peru. And I know Judy, Obi Bewu. Who's that girl? And I know Judy, Obi Bewu. Shoo, Peru. And I know Judy, Obi Bewu. Who's that girl? And I know Judy, Obi Bewu. Hey, yo boy, you want come true? We nothing no say, we got control. You controller. She want to know say, I be the top shotter, top skanker.
Hey, yo, Demsy.
Independence, you body shape like a Ghanian. No be true lolly. I fit to sing, make you drop money. Oh, shoo, Peru. And I not you, you'll be Peru. Who's that girl? And I not you, you'll be Peru. Shoo, Peru. And I not you, you'll be Peru. Who's that girl? And I not you, you'll be Peru. Mega crime, we go enter the pit. 6 feet, 2 deep. You see hips, now you feel stupid. They say we know the joke. We pray for the money and we pray for the fame. And you're down home and that's how you go fail. Yeah. Oh, nah. I pray them, but them can't study it. Shabody no, Charlie, I say you be here. Independence, you body shape like a Pagani.
I wanted to continue singing a little piece of it for me. Continue singing a little piece of that for me, Demsy. Continue singing. Shoo, Peru. Come on.
Who's that girl? And
So tell me what's going on in the song. Somebody's having you like a shuperu. Somebody's pushing you up and down. Tell us about the song.
In this song, I'm the one pushing somebody like shuperu, you know. And Nana Judio Bibu means this night someone is gonna die.
Oh,
you know, someone's son is gonna die.
Oh my gosh!
In a good way or in a bad way?
Why, Demsy? Why is he gonna die?
Because I'm going to push him so hard that if he doesn't have stamina, he will just fall and die. You know?
Oh, in a good way.
In a good way, in a romantic way, right?
Yeah.
In a romantic way.
Right,
you know?
right.
Okay. No, trust me, that brother will live. He won't die.
That's awesome.
He will die in a romantic way. The romantic way of dying.
Oh my gosh. Well, like that, I guess that's a beautiful death, right?
Yeah.
Right?
I think that's every man's dream to die in that fashion. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay. So, in 2022, I went to Ghana to do a show called Hands Across Africa. Yes, and the video I showed you with the lady and the one that had the phone, that's her.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah. So that's how I actually met her and her sister Grace.
Okay.
And they did a beautiful. They were the backup singers for the night. You know, I didn't know why she didn't have her own, show. I mean, when I say show, like being her own solo artist, because she's such a great singer. But she get the part was so well, you know.
Yeah.
You know, and so, I mean, I go pop, don't know the one we drop down. I think that was one of your favorite songs. Yes, so that's how I met.
She's with the band. She's with the fire service band.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
Okay.
Yeah, she does her singing there.
Oh, that's nice. That's nice. But that's how I met her, you know. And then from then, I thought to myself, I said, you know, Boy, if only I could, even though myself as an artist, I think about the many ups and downs, and I think about the money. She's right. You have to have the money to push yourself. And because if you don't have the money, you will get looked at in certain kind of way or get taken advantage of. And that's the reason, we decided that, listen, we have to have our own station where especially female artists don't get, trampled on. And another one of the thing too, even a lot of the artists that we play here are male artists, right? But they're singing conscious music, or they're singing we play a mixture of things, right? But they're singing music that mainstream does not really want to play. And that's why we're getting a lot of these artists. We're getting a lot of these artists coming to us because we don't charge. I would never take $1 from a man, because I understand that radio stations need music. We need the artists and they need us. You understand what I'm saying? Right. But
you're doing a great job.
Awesome, thank you. But what about is it hard to get shows in Ghana? Because for you as an artist, would someone put you on a show without a name, or you have to put on your own show? How does it go?
As an upcoming artist, you would have to know people. It all comes back to knowing people. Because if you are not upcoming, if you are not on the mainstream, it's very difficult for somebody to say, "Oh, I want you to come and perform for me," unless it's just some at a wedding or one of these ceremonies. Who even that the person has to know you or know someone who knows you. Or you would have to be referred to by someone. Oh, I know this lady. She's very good. I think if you bring her to your program, she would make people happy or something like that. That's how you would get on shows, not bigger shows, but all these, area shows. Apart from that, it's very difficult. It's very difficult for you to get on a bigger show. Yeah. You would have to be referred to by someone. It's all about who you know.
Wow.
In Africa here.
Wow. So do you think, as big as Africa, the African market is, do you think African artists need European market or American market or the Caribbean market to really make a name for themselves?
I would say no. Because music, they say, is for the soul, and it's not to be played at just one place, or one country. If not, then if I'm doing music in Ghana, I shouldn't expect my music to go far away. I should just be expecting my music in Ghana, So I think it's important. It's important we get all this European or other music outlets, other musical countries, and all that to be involved in getting our songs where we want it to get to.
Okay. So
if I answered it right.
Yes, you have answered it right. For example, sometimes when we look at, for example, Nigeria has over 360 million people. I'm thinking people, I don't know this to be true, but people always say, especially when I look on a Nigerian artist, right? When they're singing, if you look in their comments, you see all the African names. Like hundreds and thousands, so you know that their main support is from Africa. Because sometimes I think that Africa does not know her own strength. She does not realize that, listen, if you have 360 million people,
man,
if all of them buy one of your songs for #1, or if you have 13 million Ghanaians, and each person buy your song for one city, that's 30 million cities. You understand? So I'm not saying that music shouldn't go out. I think it should. But I think too, and tell me what your thoughts is on this, that Africa, African musicians, even in the business people too, they rely so heavily on the outside, not realizing that They have the population. They have the people. Africa has the vibe. African music is so nice. You know what I mean? So I'm thinking. I think if Africans like Jamaica is up there, but Jamaica is an island, so you can't compare an island to a continent. You see what I'm saying? So. Do you believe that you can be if Europe said no, we don't like her, we don't want her music, we don't want to hear nothing about her, if America said no, we don't, do you think that as an African lady, do you think that you can become successful on the continent alone?
Of course.
Okay.
Of course, Africa is very big. You know, Africa is very big. We didn't realize that before, but now we are. Because let's take East Africa. I go on YouTube, and when I watch East African songs, you know, the numbers there is huge. And if you watch the comments, you realize they are all Africans.
Thank you.
You know, so Africans consume music. Africa is music.
Amen.
Africa is music, and nobody does it better than Africa. But sometimes we just need the other continents to you know
to bridge the gap.
If it goes far, you make a lot. So, but in Africa does the most concerning music.
That is true.
Yeah,
that is true. And the reason I know this to be true is because, like, you sing this song now, Shuperi Ru, and Africa, and the other is a song, and what is it called, Niende? I don't know if I say that right. Niende, let me go. Right. Right. When you sing those songs, you're singing them in your language. Us over here, we don't know it. So when I listen to the other songs like Pana, even though that's English, but other guys, and they sing in their long songs like Nigeria, English people don't really understand it. So it is the same Africans that support them. Yeah, they go to Britain and they go to wherever, but because the song is in their dialect, they're the only ones that understand it. And that's why I say, if we stop and think about the power of Africa on the continent, we will realize that we really do not need the outside. Africans just need to come together, you know, like form a conglomerate in the musician world and see how well they can work together, because it's there.
Absolutely.
It's there.
Yeah, that's true.
Do you think African artists, do you collaborate sometimes? So African artists try to work with each other, or you think they're just you know, I, me, myself, and I? What's the culture?
Yeah.
You kind of broke up there a little bit.
Is it in Ghana here?
Yes, for example, in Ghana, yeah.
In Ghana, there are so many collaborations. Like, you can't do it alone. You can't do it alone, because, let's say, I'm an upcoming artist. I have this mainstream artist friend who has the numbers. If I'm able to collaborate with him or her, I get some of the numbers to my own, you know.
Right.
Those people who listen, who consume that mainstream artist's music, will consume mine, and they would like mine. So in that way, I'm also building my numbers, you know.
Right.
Yeah, so I think it's good to do the collaborations and not do it just by yourself.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that's interesting. So, I mean, so you don't put yourself in the category of Afro beats or anything like that, or what do you think about Afro beats?
Well, I think Afrobeat has come to stay, and it's doing a lot of good than bad.
Right.
You know, Afrobeat is.
Hello?
I'm hearing you. Are you there? Okay, I think we just lost her a little bit there, but
In Afrobeat.
okay, she's back. Continue with what you're saying.
You can get dance. Afrobeat is a little bit of everything combined together.
Right.
You know,
right.
You can get dancehall in Afrobeat. You can get all the other genres in Afrobeat. It just depends on the beat and how you sing it. You know.
Right.
So I think Afrobeat has come to stay and is doing a lot of good.
Okay. Do you have any upcoming shows? What is it like? What's your next move? Because you have all these great songs up and going. I mean, we're doing our part to play them here and to highlight them and so on. What's on the horizon for you?
So right now, I'm recording and then trying to get them on the musical platforms, and then trying to do this live shows on my own by myself, like on TikTok and all that, you know. From there, I think I'll get onto other shows, you know. Yeah, but for now, I don't have any shows planned yet.
Okay.
Except the TikTok live videos and all that.
Okay. So do you like, like how some artists, they have their own mainstream thing, but then sometimes they would be like backup singers for this artist, backup singers so that they can get that. And sometimes the backup singers, let's say if you were a backup singer for Stonebwoy on one of his events, sometimes if he has a good heart or so, he might say, all right, this song featured Demsy, and he would bring you out a little bit to kind of, this is how we do it in Jamaica. For example, like, Beanie Man might be out there, Zim Zimmer, who's got it, and then there's another artist that he would let come on, like he would say, yeah, Beanie Man featuring Fira Styles, a new artist. He might come up and he might, yaga yo, blah, 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 and he's doing his thing. So the artists in Jamaica introduce, and that's what makes Jamaican. Sometimes they say, yeah, Jamaica, there's violence and so there, but that's what makes Jamaican artists different from most, because almost every Jamaican artist, especially if they are DJ, they always bring up. You see, even Bounty Killer. Bounty Killer has done so much for a lot of the artists. He always has opened so many doors. So the question I'm asking, do the artists in Ghana, for example, like if I'm putting on a show, I'm definitely going to put you on it, But like a Stonebwoy would say, all right, I'm bringing up Demsy, or this guy or Demsy would say, I'm bringing up this. Some collaboration. Even if you're not big, does that go on in Ghana?
No, not much. Not much. It all comes down to who you know again. Not much. Because with Stonebwoy's songs, you hardly see him doing a song that will need a backup singer. Most of these songs are done in the studio when the artist who is singing can back up his own music. Unless they are doing a live show, and even at that, those backup singers, a lot of them or most of them don't have songs by their own. They are just there for backing up people's music. They don't do their own music. You get me? So she's known as a backup singer, just a backup singer. So someone like that, you can't go and introduce the person on stage or something, because the person doesn't have a music or a song of their own.
Okay.
Dancehall is a different thing altogether. Dancehall is a different thing altogether.
Yeah.
If I'm doing dancehall and Diana is doing dancehall, Diana can bring me up on stage. You get that thing. But with the other genres, you don't get to see that. And especially in Ghana, it's very difficult for a mainstream artist to be able to bring you up on the stage. Unless your song is top notch, and even at that, like TikTok, you see an upcoming artist has done this particular song, and everybody is okay about the song. Everybody is playing this song. this song has become a hit, that's when you would see all these mainstream artists trying to bring up that person because they know that they will get something from that person's number.
And that's great. That's when wow, yeah, that's when I wouldn't go be with them because listen, I don't need you now. I certainly don't need you now.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. But
so they feed on your pain.
Wow. Demsy.
Yeah, they don't help you to get the fame, but they feed on your fame.
You see, it would be that's the reason why I keep saying I should have been in Ghana for some time now, but things keep changing around, and I don't know. Every culture is different, but I have a different mindset, and like the Jamaican mindset is so different, especially in the music business. You see Barris Hammond singing, and Barris Hammond bring up Romain Virgo. Romain Virgo will sing a little part of Barris. She loves me now, sing a little part of his song. They go up and he would say, oh, this little youth have a nice voice. And that's how Jamaican artists do. But I mean, everybody does it differently. But like if I were living there in Ghana, I would definitely change it because we can't be selfish. And that's why we don't get very far because, that is the name of the game. With just a few more questions for her, I'm going to play a little bit of this song. It is called, let me see what it's called. You will know what it's called. Hold on a second. I think it's Demsy Abba. Okay, I don't know.
Yeah, that's the first song I recorded in the studio when I took my singing seriously.
Okay, all right, let me play. Stand back.
So much things for you. Push my hips back, boobs out for you. I'm on my 19, my sexy lips are waiting.
Of this song exactly. This girl, there's this girl in Ghana. She passed. She was doing it very well. Ebony. Have you heard that before?
Yes.
You remind me. As a matter of fact, it sounds your voice sounds just like Ebony's.
Just like her, I know, right? I had this song before she surfaced.
Wow. So let me ask you. So I'm not even really talking about, Ebony, may her soul rest in peace. Because she was doing well in Ghana.
Very well.
She was doing well. So was it a Ghanaian that was managing her and pushing her music for her to reach to that top, or was it an outsider? Do you know?
It was a Ghanaian. His name is Bullets.
Okay. So is it that he owns radio station?
She was part of a record label.
Okay. So is it that he owns? I'm just trying to understand the difficulties or the challenges. Is it that he owns radio stations, or he just had the money to push her? Which was it?
So he owns a record label.
Okay.
He owns a record label. Let's say they employ the artist and then they work with the artist. You get it? It's not a radio station, but he has the money to push the artist to wherever she wants to get to. And then in the end, they share
the profits.
Should I say profits? Yeah. So there's a percentage that will go to the artist, and then a percentage to the record label. Yeah.
Okay, I see.
So I have a question. You're a great singer. Do you play any instruments or any talents like acting or anything like that? Or
I'm kind of learning how to play the keyboard. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just a singer that is learning how to play the keyboard. I don't do acting or any other thing. I just sing.
Well, it's it's been great. It's been
that's awesome though.
Yeah, I just want to know though. What is do you have like a short-term goal, or for example, how do you see yourself as an artist, say in the next year or two, given with social media and given what you're doing and given your songs? What do you think, how do you see yourself as an artist in the next year or two?
With everything that I'm looking at and things in place, I see myself as a very big artist in the next 2-3 years and the years ahead. I want to own a record label that will help other upcoming artists to get to the limelight. Okay. I know how I've suffered and all the challenges I've gone through or been through, and I don't want the upcoming artists to go through that kind of challenges. So if everything works well and I get to where I want to get to in 2 to 3 years or the years ahead, I would like to have a big record label that will work with upcoming artists. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Okay. Yeah. Has there ever been a day when you feel like
just like you are doing?
All right, thank you. Demsy, has there ever been a day when you felt like, no, I'm just going to pack up this music thing, I'm going to put it up, and I'm not even going to bother. I'm just going to go do my account, my work. I'm just not going to do it. You ever felt that way?
Yeah, I have felt that way for some occasions, that's when I got a manager. We called a manager who wanted to work with me, but in the end, they want to take advantage of you. And I'm a female.
Yes.
And I went through that 3 times, and I'm like, no, is this how this thing is? Is this how it's going to be?
Wow.
I'm like, why don't I just do just normal singing and just leave this professional thing somewhere? But I'm like, no, I cannot give up. And with the help of TikTok and all this social media now, you can't give up on your dream of being a musician, because you can get there. One day a video will go out there and then people will see you for what you do. And then all those that you need to get to the top will come looking for you. So that's what I have been using to, how do I say it? Encourage myself.
Okay.
Yeah.
So are people going? I know Ghana has a lot of musicians. Are people going to stage shows nowadays? Like if you put on a show, even if you start small, do you think people would come out? Let's say, for example, I were to come to Ghana now, and even though I don't have a big name in Ghana, I do have, some clout in Jamaica and so on and so forth. But if you were to put on a show in Ghana and do it maybe like on a monthly basis, or maybe like every other week or so, do you think people are coming out to live shows these days?
Yeah, people will come. So far as your song is nice, people will come. And you are able to market, do I say if you're able to advertise yourself well, people will come.
Okay.
Even those who are living in the vicinity, in the area where you live in, when they hear something like that is going on, as for music, people like music.
Yeah.
People like good music. So the moment they hear the music playing, you will get people to show up for you. So,
okay.
And with time, you will get the numbers. Yeah.
Okay. Even it's only people tend to think that it's only people in Accra that goes out. What about the people who live in the villages? You think villagers go to shows and stuff like that too?
Yeah, they do. They do a lot. They do.
Okay.
They do.
That's good. That's good. I'm going to play one other part of a song, the song that everybody loves here called Africa. And then we're going to come right back at you, ask you 2-3 more questions. And then you're going to, say if you want to give a shout out or if there's anything else you want to tell us, and give us your social media handles. And like I said, if you're just logged on, my name is Diana Wright. This is AfjamRadio.com. With me is my host,
Furious Styles.
Yes, and we are here talking to Ghana's own Demsy. She's a recording artiste and a writer. When we do these recordings, these interviews, we always record them. And if you are listening, you can go to the website at afjamradio.com, and then you can send us a message there, or you can send us a message at contact@afjamradio.com. We've just put up just put up a YouTube page for Afjam Radio, so maybe like about less than a week ago. So if you wouldn't mind, you could go to Afjam Radio, that's AFJAM, that's one word, and the radio, RADIO, radio.com, just Afjam Radio on YouTube, and subscribe, because we do post the interviews there. So if you didn't get a chance to listen to the interviews and you wanted to listen to it, we have it on our website, on the radio station website, or you can log on to afjamradio.com and listen to the song there. We're going to play a little bit of this one for you, called Africa. Stand by.
Kwanza najivunia kuzaliwa kwa bara lenye nia, kwa Mungu najisifia, Afrika namba moja. Hata nikisikia Ulaya kuzili napotezea, Ghana noli nipozaliwa, Afrika namba moja. Sasa niseme kipi, Afrika sasa ina hiti, kwa mitoma zewa na miti, ya inapendeza, na dhahabu kiti, japo walitaka kutihibiti, wajue sasa si hatuchikiki, ya ina mamoja. Africa number 1, utamu wote upo ndani, warai hapo misiani, tani teketeza, napata kila natamani, hakuna shida kazamani, kwangu wa burudani, Afrika unaweza. Africa, Africa, Africa number 1. 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 Walini darao, wakanisahau, kama na mimi nipo katika watu wakampanya yao, kuja kunitawala, na sasa hasara imekula kwao. Na kama mtoto nimeshekua, na ndio wakati wa kutengemewa, sihitaji tena kulimitiwa. Atena sitaka kudharuliwa, nitaka heshima kuheshimiwa, maana kana elimu ninayo pia. Africa number 1, utamu wote upo ndani, warai hapo misiani, tani teketeza, napata kila natamani, hakuna shida kazamani, kwangu wa burudani, Afrika unaweza. Africa,
of course.
Shout out to Mama Africa.
Put the siren on that one. You gotta put the sound on that one, baby.
So,
tell us in English before you go. Tell us in English. Sing a little part of it in English for us so we understand. It's such a darn beautiful song. Did you write it yourself? Did you write that song?
Yeah, so with Africa, I wrote some myself and then a third party also. So I have this friend in Tanzania. His name is Kyle, you know. Mm-hmm. So I was discussing with him, I want to learn how to speak Swahili. Oh. And he was like, hey, are you sure you can do that? I'm like, yes, I'm good with language, so I want to learn. And he also does music, so I told him, so if you want to know I can do that, I want to write you a song in English, and then I want you to translate it in Swahili for me to sing. So, yeah, so he did that, and then he sent it to me, and then I sang the song. I sent it back to him, and I was like, wow, I have to give you a Tanzania name, you know. I have to give you a name in Tanzania. I'm like, yeah, I told you. So that's how Africa came about.
So it is in Swahili?
Africa number moja. Yeah, Swahili. Wow. So Africa number moja. The moja means one. So Africa number one. You get it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Because give us a breakdown of in English. What is it really saying apart from that? Because the little parts that you sing in the language.
So it's saying that Africa is number one in everything. Mm-hmm. Even though they came to colonize us, we still have things that they still need from us. Mm-hmm. You understand? So in a place it says that Africa has all the minerals, all the gold it needs to make Africa what Africa is. And other continents depend on Africa to build their own nations, you know. Wow. So it's all about praising Africa.
Absolutely.
Wow.
So in summary, that's why I said Africa number one. Mm-hmm. So if Africa is number one, it means Africa has everything in it. Yeah.
Wow.
So that's all about it.
Wow. And I know Fura Stars, he gets, because this is his baby here. This is his topic when he talk about Africa. And I know you have a question for her. I know you.
Well, yeah, I mean, I was going to ask, as far as a message for the youth coming up in music right now, like what would you, what message would you send to them, to the youth trying to enter into the music business today?
Okay, so what I have to tell them is we should try our best to put Africa out there. We shouldn't always put the bad side of Africa out there, because if you go to the internet, that's all you see. But there are a lot of good things in Africa. Africa is big. Africa is nice. Africa is beautiful. Africa has a lot of good things that we can show out there. Some of the people living out there think Africa is just some village, you know, because they don't teach them and they've not been here before. So they think Africa is just a village with mud houses and all that. People don't know there are mansions in Africa.
Right.
Africa is actually a very great continent, you know.
Yes.
So I have a friend from the UK and the US, and they told me that in UK you can get everything you want on credits. But in Africa, You have to, if you have a house in Africa, that house belongs to you. You got it with your hard-earned money.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Mm-hmm. And if you don't have a job, you know that building that is over there is yours. Mm-hmm. You just have to think about what you eat tomorrow.
Wow.
But out there, if you don't have a job, you can't survive because your house will be taken away from you. Even your phone will be taken away from you. So we have a lot of good things. We have a lot of good things in Africa that as an upcoming artist or musicians, we need to talk about when we are doing our music. Yeah.
It's so powerful that you said that, because Firas and I, we were talking the other day and we were saying that we don't hear, Jamaicans big up Africa all the time. We want to go to the motherland.
Yeah.
Africa, in almost any song, every song, Richard Spice, Bob Marley, everybody is singing about Africa. But sometimes I don't hear too many Africans singing about Africa. Yeah, they go up there and they shake their bam bam and stuff like that, and they talk about, oh, this girl, they my girl, and and that kind of thing. Why do you think most African artists? I may be wrong. Tell me if I'm wrong. But in my little world, I'm saying that I don't hear enough artists singing about Africa. Why do you think that is?
There are artists that do that, but they categorize that in a traditional music. And most of us, the young ones, we don't do that because we think that don't sell.
Okay.
We think the shaking bomb bomb and all that sells faster. So I think that is the reason why. But now people are doing it because social media has taught us a lot. Everything bounced back to social media because when you go on social media, you see a lot of different things about Africa that people hid away from the cameras and all that, So I think we are now getting to know about it and we are now doing it. So with time, it will be out there.
Awesome.
Yeah.
How do you feel about the diaspora going back to Africa to live, especially Ghana? Do you think that's a good thing for Ghanaians, for people from the diaspora to come back to live there, or what's your thought on it? I'm not going to go too much into that. That's just going to be my only question where that is concerned. But how do you, as an artist and a Ghanaian, feel about situations like that?
Well, I think it's a good thing. It's a good thing because most of the people in the diaspora, they when you trace how do I say it?
Their roots,
when you trace back to where it all started, their roots, you will know that most of them are Ghanaians, most of them are Nigerians and all that stuff. If they are coming back home, it is a good thing to come back home. You get it.
Okay.
It's a good thing to come back home. Yeah. Okay. And build, and you have to build at home.
Awesome. Well, do you have anything for her before?
No, I would just say, man, I love your voice. I love your material. I definitely love that Africa song.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
We probably have to have you back because we like to get deep into things. So when you start talking about colonialism and things like that, that's really up our alley over here. So, but, maybe one day we can get, dig a little deeper into that and the whole diaspora thing and, because it's very interesting and everybody is looking towards Africa and going back and, and I'm also looking to get out there myself. You know what I mean? So, yeah, it's a rabbit hole, so we could be here all day,
Yeah. So. Well, I want you to sing a little piece of a song for us, just a little, just sing something that's dear to your heart, whether it is in or before that, we have on Tuesdays, we have a program called VOA, Voice of Africa, where we touch base with any African from any part of the continent. And we just vibe with them. They tell us what's going on in their neck of the woods, and just to share something. So, just to let you know that we are always celebrating. That's why the station is called Afjam. The Af part of it is for Africa, So we're always celebrating, always celebrating Africa. But I want you to, a song that is dear to your heart, put something out there. Let us hear it in your natural voice.
Is it from my songs or
yeah, from your
any
song.
other song?
Anything you want to sing, but I'd say sing your own song. You're the best promoter of your own sing. Just sing just a little piece, maybe a chorus or a little half a verse or something. Yeah.
Yarabi moyo wangu chana umokata vipande wapijiwa wangu nakata nikutume baraka salamu zangu mesimwambie nasichana surubu wananipa mateso makali tena napata tabu yanazuru mekuwa shubiri ama sifanya ustarabu moyo naigiza hata kwa gali nitapoteza fahamu ukizidi kuchezi kamali nishazoe shirabara siogope hata bara sikome kula njao umenichoka niache niende niache niende kama unipendi
Nice.
Woo!
Very nice. Okay.
So that's from Nandi.
Yes. Stand by. Yes, ma'am. That was well done. And that's the beautiful voice there of the sister Demsy. Demsy, anything you want to tell us? Anything you want to say to the young artists out there before you go? And then, do you have one more question for
No,
me?
I was just going to say social media. How do you get booked?
Yeah,
How to reach out to you?
Yeah, so on my social media, the name there is DemGH on all social media. DemCGH official, all social media. And what I would like to put out there is for the upcoming artists, we should try our best to put Africa on the map.
Yes, indeed.
We should make people aware of how powerful Africa is. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And I would want to give a shout out to my big bro, Big Ghana. I want to give a shout out to my sister Rahel, Letitia, and all my siblings, and then all of my friends listening to me. Shout outs to you all. Yeah.
Awesome. Demsy, I do thank you so very much, for joining us today on Afjam Radio. We are so happy to have your beautiful voice, and you have such a great spirit. I'm actually blessed to know someone like you, because you are such a wonderful young lady and great talent. And
Thank you.
You're welcome. Us here at Afjam, we do wish you the best. And we are still planning, because planning from this side of the world to come to Ghana is no easy feat, but we're still working on it. And when we get there, of course the radio station will be coming. We'll set up a physical one, and then we begin to work from there. The things I talked to you about off air. So we're still working on that. Mm-hmm. And so I just want you to keep the focus. I want you to keep, being positive. As they say on this side of the world, Rome wasn't built in a day, But, right, I just want you to keep focused and keep doing what you're doing, and anything at all that I can do. And even if young artists who are struggling, as long as their music is good, you know, who are struggling or who may not have the money, you can send them our way so that we can listen. We give people a chance, you know, the chance that other mainstream would or other radio stations wouldn't give you. And we're not into the payola. One thing I wanted to ask you, it was on my mind before I ask you, in terms of royalties. Before you go, how do Africans claim royalties for their music? That's one very important question I wanted to ask you. Do you know?
Yeah. But in Ghana here, listen, that's working. There's a platform. There's a platform that goes to. But in Ghana,
the Ghana Music Rights Organization.
Oh, that's what it's called.
Yeah.
That's.
Yeah, I've not really seen that work, but we are working on it. We are working on it.
Oh, it hasn't worked. It hasn't been.
So yes. So right now it's just straight from TikTok. You get your money paid into your account and all that. Yeah.
Okay, but I hope that I really hope that you know, they can get it together, or maybe, you know.
Yeah. They're working on it.
They're working on it. Well, that's good, because Africa sure has a lot of music, and you guys could be very, very wealthy from the amount of airplays, you know, and you know, and other things, royalties that's out there for y'all. We may have some work to do, man.
Yeah.
I know. For real. That's
awesome.
awesome.
Lots of work to do.
Yes. But Demsy, in the meantime and in between time, we do thank you here for listening to us at Afjam. And like I said, you know, go and follow us at the Afjam Radio on YouTube. It's a brand new page, like brand new. So just go on over there and subscribe, so that also this interview, I will send you the link when we are done, so you can actually go back and listen to the interview yourself, and then you can share it, and you can also have it in your, you know, have it as a link to whenever people want to, you know, sometimes people ask you, where have you interviewed, you know, that kind of thing. You can also have it on your repertoire. So yes, and do tell a friend to subscribe to the channel for us. And with that, if you don't have anything else to say, I'm going to tell you, her name is Demsy, Demsy Ghana Official. You can find that's her name, Demsy Ghana, which is GH Official, right? So go check her out on YouTube, check her out on Instagram, check her out on Facebook, check her out everywhere. Give her a like and a follow. Absolutely. And support her. We are Africa, yes? Whichever part of the world we are. If you look like I do, Dempsey's a little lighter than me, but still, if you look like us, then we are Africans, right?
Yeah, we are Africans.
Yes, we're Africans.
Thanks for having me on your show. Yeah, I'm going to follow your handles, and then I'm going to share.
Yes, my dear. Yes, peace and blessings, love and light. And we're going to take her out with this one, Africa. I think this is what it is. Whichever one it is. No, this is the Abba one. All right, God bless. Take care. We'll talk soon.
Peace.
Okay.
Peace.
I'm on my 19, my sexy lips are waiting. And I've been so cold, it's Abania, Totinia, Polisaba, Ayabonti, Polisaba, Ayabonti, Polisaba, Ayabonti, Polisaba, push it down, go, something. Hey, me dear. Raw me chain, I'm a charge, yeah.
Yes, that's a beautiful voice. The beautiful voice of Demsy. I just love this artiste. Yes, I really do love this artiste. I love her music. I love her music. It is now 4 minutes to the hour of 5 o'clock. What do you think about that, Firistan? What do you think about her as an artiste?
Definitely a great artist. You know what I mean? Great music. Even a cappella over the phone. You know what I mean? She gave it, very good. What do you call? Just at the moment, just performance, if you will. Like, so she was ready to go. So that's great, man. And like I say, hopefully we'll be able to do a part 2,
Did anything she said surprise you in terms of being on the continent and with music and getting out there?
No, I wouldn't say too surprising. I think artists all over the globe have similar issues. And it's just, you just got to keep pushing. You just have to keep striving and stay encouraged, and, everything will come together.
It will come together.
Everything will come together. I think the whole Superoo thing kind of...
Superoo. You like that?
Okay. There's a lot of victims out there. Like, a lot of male victims out there in Ghana.
Especially when she's pushed up that wide hips, she's got a beautiful shape too.
That's what's up.
Yes, so.
Yeah, good interview, very good interview.
Yes. Earlier we talked about, of course, Demsy again. Thank you so very much for being on the show. And in terms of the Come Make We Talk, interviewing an artiste, I'd say she's the first female artist, isn't she? We have interviewed females before, but not artists. We've interviewed a female poet, remember?
Yeah.
And then we've interviewed, the very first person to be interviewed on Afjam was Dr. Empress Rose. So that's the very first person was a female, but that she's not an artist, even though she's into, she works, she's a poet too. And she works with artists and so on and so forth. But most of the artists that we've been interviewing were males. So we've had our very first female artist, I think. Yeah.
Shout out to that.
Yeah. So you are the first, and I mean, kudos to you. You're gonna go far. You're gonna go very far. You're gonna go very far.